Hey there, y'all. Welcome. Today, we're going to talk about targeting belly fat. Now, most trainers will tell you you can't target fat loss just off a specific body area, and generally that's true. But if the weight gain around your midsection is being driven by hormones and we rebalance the hormones, then that can potentially make a difference in that area. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Before we get into that, just a reminder to subscribe so you can get more of my free weight loss content for women over 40, and also a little bit of an introduction on me. I am a certified life and weight coach through the Life Coach School. I am a theta healing practitioner. I've taken multiple theta healing classes. And I also use EFT, emotional freedom techniques, which is the tapping. You may have seen some videos like that online. I also use that with my clients. So it's a really integrated nervous system plus mental and emotional approach to weight loss, and very, very different from most of the diet and exercise plans that do work, but then when you stop doing them, the weight comes back. We're going to go a lot deeper and look at the drivers of what's causing the weight gain, eliminate those, then it doesn't come immediately back as soon as you're off your plan. So, all right, back to today's topic, belly fat. So, belly fat can be driven by two hormones. One is estrogen. You probably want to talk to your doctor about that if you feel like that's the root cause. If it's related to menopause, that's kind of beyond my pay grade. But where I do help a lot of my clients is if that belly fat is being driven by cortisol, then if we can get your cortisol down, then the belly fat can be reduced. So how do we get your stress down? I've got some notes. All right, don't murder me. This is not my only idea, but look at how much caffeine you're drinking and when you are drinking it. And what form that caffeine is in. If it's bundled with sugar and you call it soda, then it's also going to mess up your weight just for the regular sugar reasons and calorie reasons. But caffeine can provoke a stress response. It can get some of those stress hormones going. So I'm not going to tell you to cut out caffeine. I still have a cup or two of coffee in the morning, but I would say try to start from the end of the day and work back. So start off with no caffeine after dinner, and then no caffeine at dinner, no caffeine in the afternoon, no caffeine at lunch. And I think you can get to a point where you still have a cup or two of coffee in the morning, but you're cutting out all of the coffee or all of the caffeine after that second cup of coffee in the morning. That's going to help you sleep better. It's going to reduce some of those stress hormones. And if you're having it as soda with sugar, or if you're having it even as a diet soda, those can mess up your weight loss as well. So that would be something you could look at to cut out. Another one is cardio. Now, I am not a fan of or an advocate for that sustained steady state cardio, especially for women over 40. A lot of the newer research shows it's not that great for your body. It can actually provoke a stress response and cause the cortisol to flow. But things like intervals, high intensity interval training, Tabata training, something that does get you some cardio, good for the heart, gets the endorphins going, but not something that's sustained steady state, like kind of endurance cardio, because that can trigger the stress hormones. Tea in the evenings can be very relaxing, help with sleep, which again, helps with the stress hormones, helps with the weight. Things like lemon balm, valerian, kava. There are things that you just Google it or look at the box. There are certain teas that are designed to be like sleepy time tea, wind down tea, things like that. And then for a little earlier in the day, if you're looking for something to replace your maybe mid-morning coffee, look at green tea. It does have some caffeine, but usually less than coffee. And there's some science that shows that green tea increases your serotonin, which is a feel-good hormone. So that just makes you feel better in general. Omega-3s from things like salmon, fatty fish, walnuts, or, just supplement. I'm not a big fan of pills in general. So I would say, try to include that in your diet if you can. And bringing in some of those kind of foods for health reasons will also displace some of the food you're eating that's probably not as high quality, right? If you can get rid of junk food, like if you can get rid of a Snickers bar and replace it with almonds, that's going to be so much better for you for a lot of reasons. Adaptogens. Now, again, this is not something I'm an expert on, so you might want to talk to an herbalist, but there are a lot of herbs that help you manage the stress response, helps your body rebalance after stress. Those can be really great. Aromatherapy, calming scents, things like lavender, rose, bergamot, chamomile, back to the chamomile, frankincense, sandalwood, geranium, orange. Again, talk to somebody that knows about aromatherapy or do a little Googling. But those calming scents, especially in the evening, if you get a diffuser, put it on your bedside table, something like that, that can help mitigate the stress and bring down your stress as well. And then more mindset things, right? There might be a certain amount of stress that's just a consequence of us living in modern times with our modern technology. But there's a portion of that stress that is optional and that we can actually control with how we think about that primary level stress. So we don't want to get stressed about our stress. We don't get overwhelmed by our overwhelm. That part you can manage with thought work. If you're not able to hire a coach who's trained in thought work like I am, journaling is a good approach. Also music, right? Music can calm you down, calm the brain. That can be a good approach. Maybe putting on some classical music while you're doing something boring at work. That can really help. And also learning how to process your emotions. This is one of the things they train us on at the life coach school. So if you learn how to just sort of feel your feelings, it sounds kind of goofy, but if you learn how to feel your feelings, then you don't have to do so much to avoid your feelings. That can bring down your stress. So hopefully those tips are helpful to you and will help you bring down your stress, which brings down your cortisol, which, cortisol is very tied to belly fat. So hopefully that will help you out. Let us know your tips. What do you do for stress reduction? Maybe it's breath work, yoga. What are your secrets? Share them with everybody else so we can all benefit from that. And then, of course, if you are looking to lose weight, I am taking on additional clients in October. So you can go ahead and schedule an initial consult for the next day or two, or you can catch me end of September and be one of those 5 clients that I'm going to add on and work with in October at lisaduke.net/schedule. Again, don't forget to subscribe and watch these other videos for more innovative approaches to help you lose weight. Talk to you later. Bye.